Hi, and thanks for stopping by. Today I'd like to show you another one of my firearms from my collection. Today this is a World War II vintage German Luger in 9mm caliber. This is designated the P-08, which means it was adopted by the German military in the year of 1908. This is a very fine firearm. Let me just turn it around for you a little bit. This particular gun has all matching numbers, which means that all the parts were stamped at the factory with generally the last 2 or 3 digits of the serial number, and when they were finally assembled, everything matched. The only thing that does not match on this is the magazine. I'll show you that. This magazine holds a 9mm ammunition. You just load them in. On this side there's a little button to assist you in your loading. To operate this particular piece, I'm going to leave the magazine out. You would just put the gun in the fire position with the safety, which is right here. You have to go down in the safe position, up to the fire position. There you go. You would grasp it in your right hand, and with your 2 fingers, your left hand, you would pull back, then let go, and that would insert the first round into the chamber, and you would be set to go. Insert the rest of the magazine like so, and off you go. To fire this, you would take careful aim, be careful of your backstop, and be careful what you're shooting at, and then just squeeze the trigger. And the gun would fire. The same sequence would happen. The toggle would come up, eject the empty brass, feed a new cartridge in, and then away you go until the magazine was exhausted with ammunition. This particular gun I got several years ago. I would classify it as fine to very fine condition. Most of the original bluing is on this particular piece. Not too much wear on it for a gun being some 60-odd years old. For those of you who are familiar with German markings, this is a BYF and stamped 1941 on the top of the firearm. I also would like to show you, which is a very nice addition to my collection, which is extremely rare to find. This is an actual box of 9mm ammunition made by the Nazis, and it's stamped on it 1945. I don't know if you can see that. It's all in German to me, but the date is there, 1945. This is unopened. Right from the day it was made, 65 some odd years ago, and these are extremely rare to find, and I was fortunate enough to find one several years ago, and I've added it to my collection. Something else, as I've said, if you follow my series of different firearms, an instruction manual. This one I happened to find at one of the online purveyors of gun manuals. It's very informative. It's approximately 50-55 pages, and it tells you everything you want to know from the history of the Luger up to how to clean, maintain, and fire it, of course. The U.S. Army was interested before they came out with the 1911 Colt, but they wanted it in .45 caliber, and this was for the 9mm. Several pistols were made by the Germans for U.S. testing, but they were the U.S. government decided they didn't want this particular model. I also have another booklet from Mauser. This one is written in German. I don't know why I got it. I just thought it was neat to have, and get pictures and everything, but I don't read or understand German, so it's just another collector's piece for this particular firearm. I've read and understood that during World War II, that the German soldiers really didn't like the Luger because they were made so beautifully made and designed. A little speck of sand or dirt or gunk, these particular pistols would jam, and they jammed occasionally and very often. So what they generally would do is they were lucky enough to find a U.S.-made model 1911 in .45 caliber, they preferred those over their own firearm that was supplied to them by the German military. I don't know where they got the ammunition for the .45s, but that's what they preferred. Well, that's about it for this session. I hope you enjoyed my little story about the 9mm Luger, and I hope you stop by, and again, I'll have more videos in the upcoming weeks and months. If you haven't had a chance, I do have several other videos here on YouTube. Hope you check them out and leave a little comment. Once again, please always practice safe gun handling. Be sure of what you're shooting at, be sure of your backstop, and beware of others who may be shooting with you. Remember one thing, safe shooting is no accident. 9mm Luger. Hey, thanks for stopping by.